I ain't never met a hater who's doing better than me. It's a quote. I don't remember who said it. I think it was an athlete. I don't think it was Michael Jordan, but I've definitely heard it a time or two. A lot of people are scared of doing what they feel like they are called to do, or they feel scared to pursue an idea because they're worried about what people are going to say. They're worried about the reflection of others. They're worried about essentially getting cut down by their peers. But I can tell you something that if they truly are a peer of yours, and they try to cut you down, they're just laboring in vain because you cannot be cut down by someone who isn't doing better. Like they can verbalize it, but essentially their words don't hold any weight. And the topic that I want to kind of talk about here is, and I don't really have a script for today. I never have like a script, but I don't really have planned out topics, or like subtopics or main points. I just kind of want to just vamp on this idea of being confident in what you're doing. And essentially that can come from having a true belief of what you are putting your effort towards. For example, like I can be a pretty good salesperson, but I will never sell or advertise on any of my platforms something that I do not personally believe in. I actually have been approached before, when I streamed video games during COVID. And I was at the point where I had like a little audience, nothing crazy, but it was enough where I was making money and they were loyal. And I got approached by a buddy of mine. We weren't like great friends. I did get approached by someone who wanted me to advertise, or subtly advertise a product that he believed in and he liked the product. And I actually thought it was a good idea. There has since, at the time of this, there was no really product like it. There has since been products like it. But it was essentially like a low caffeinated hydration drink that was like based out of coconut water, basically. And I liked the idea, so I asked to try it, and I tried it, and I couldn't even get through like one serving. It just didn't taste good. And so I just told him, hey, I'm sure the product's great. I'd be like, I just don't want to be advertised my show because I don't like the taste, and if I don't like the taste, then I don't really want to promote it. And he respected my decision. I think I burnt the bridge when it came to business, but that's okay. Um, because I don't want to sell something I don't believe in, and because I feel like people can feel the inauthenticity when you're trying to sell them. So if you are not confident in what you are pursuing, these don't have to be necessarily business related goals. These could be personal goals. These could be fitness goals. Or financial goals separate of your business. This doesn't necessarily have to be just business, but people can sense the inauthenticity. People can sense the fakeness. People can feel the fakeness. So if you are not being real about what you're wanting to accomplish, if you're not being real with yourself first off, but you're not being confident in saying in front of people, yeah, this is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to do it, then people aren't going to buy in to your story. People aren't going to buy into your situation. People aren't going to want to prop you up. And I think a lot of times we kind of get consumed with this idea that like friends are going to prop you up no matter what. Well, not really. I have some of my best friends tell me that some ideas I have aren't good, and I have to listen to it and take root. And I will say this, don't let everything being told in your life take root, okay? You need to be able to have some sort of process from which you take. A lot of times it's unsolicited advice. You take words other people are saying, right? You are able to put it through a filter and have it on your shelf for you to take out for later, okay? Because not everything that everybody says is false, and not everything everybody says is true. So therefore, you're gonna have people that tell you some things that are accurate, and you're gonna have things that people tell you that are inaccurate. And what you have to do is you have to be able to put those words onto a bookshelf, and at some point you're going to pull those words out. Let me give you an example. Okay, if let's say you have a business idea for something, right? You bring to your friend might tell you that it's a bad idea, but you're confident and you want to keep pursuing it. If he gives you a framework and gives you real points, data points, real actual talking points of why that's a bad idea, and your friend has experience in business or in that field from which your idea is coming from, then you may want to listen to their idea, or listen to why your idea might be lacking in sustenance or lacking. That doesn't mean that your entire idea is bad, just maybe the way you're looking at it. I've started a few different businesses here and there. I'm in the process of starting another one, and I've taken ideas from other people of what could be improved upon my vision, and I start to apply them. Some people have really good ideas, but they don't necessarily have the legs to push it through. And if you're anybody who has had any sort of experience starting a business, you already know this off the top of your head. But anybody who's, I'm going to say this for people who are necessarily, or who are probably new in this personal development, or new in this sort of quote unquote entrepreneurial space. Everybody has ideas for everything. Everybody has ideas for how something can be improved. Okay. And I've learned to kind of shut some blinders out when I'm talking to certain people about my business idea. I won't even bring up any ideas that I have unless there's already some, legs to it, right? It's already taken root. It's already growing. It's already in motion. Like for this, I haven't even told you guys, but I keep mentioning this other business idea that I've been working on. I haven't even said it publicly on this show because by the time you hear about it, I want it to already be a thing. I want it to be, as a matter of fact, I have this business, okay? As a matter of fact, I did X, Y, and Z, and this is already going. Do you want to partner? Okay, this isn't, like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I had another, because if I put even 5% effort at every business idea, because I am full of ideas. I can look at something and I can have an idea for it, but not every thing I have a full-on belief in, and I have the legs and the vision to see it through. But I think everybody can say that you have ideas for inventions or business or goals or whatever all the time. And so if you're having all those ideas or whatever, and they come from a good heart, like if somebody else approaches you and you just want to help them, that means somebody else is probably doing it to you. Okay, but you can't be swayed. You have to be confident and concrete in your vision in order for you to take it to where you want to go. When I say I take some ideas from other people, I take ideas from other people because they have value. That person has merit, that person has experience, and or that idea is just a really fantastic idea that I can apply to my business. A lot of you know that I am the founder of the Simple Disciplines Coaching, and I am the creator of the Simple Disciplines program. I've taken almost a dozen clients this year. It's one-on-one coaching. The program's about 3 months long. The first 4 weeks, though, is focused completely on the individual, and that's really the heart of the Simple Disciplines program, and the rest of it is just kind of like one-on-one coaching for the other 2 months. And my product is rather unique because so therefore my demographic is rather unique, and therefore what other coaches do for their business, for their coaching businesses, don't really apply to my business. For example, I've had multiple people approach me and say that I need to do X, Y, and Z in order to grow to this number, and I need to charge these prices in order to make this figure or whatever. But the reality is that although I'm in the same field as these other businesses, I'm kind of not really at the same time, because my product is heavily, is heavily relied on me one-on-one coaching that individual, and those clients receive the best possible product because of that, if that makes sense what I'm saying. A lot of coaches want me to do like group coaching, but that I have made a commitment that my main source of coaching, I might do some group, I do group calls and things like that with my one-on-one clients, but it's like a separate thing. I've made a commitment to doing this one-on-one coaching because of the way I have the program set up. It needs that. And until I can set up some sort of way where I can train up somebody I trust to fulfill my shoes when it comes to the one-on-one coaching aspect, I will always keep doing it. And so I only take as many clients as I can comfortably coach. And so that means sometimes I turn down clients. That means like lately on my Instagram, I haven't really been pushing because I got fall camp for football coming up, and the season's like physically changing as well as like my actual season in life. So I'm just taking a little slowdown of not taking new clients and just focusing on the clients I have and making sure they get the best quality product. But there has been times where I've let ideas from other coaching businesses influence my coaching, like even if it's like I think good advice and they have good intentions, they want to help me, they want to see me succeed, it ends up being a net negative because I put time and effort into trying to do things a certain way when I just have to accept that that is not the direction that my coaching business and my coaching programs is going to go. And once you kind of come to terms of being confident and concrete in your, let's just say, your purpose of what you're doing and in your vision for your dreams and goals, whether it is in business or personal or relationship based, you will not be easily swayed by influences that come in, even with the best intentions, but they ultimately set you back. It is my firm belief that a lot of people let good things keep them from great things. I'm going to say that again. It is my firm belief that people let good things in life keep them from obtaining great things. See, the good things in life are fine, are great, and they might give you a little bit of purpose. They might fulfill some of your visions. You might achieve some of your goals. But the reality is I think some people get comfortable in those good things, and then that will keep them from their great things. Good things can provide some sort of security. Good things can provide some sort of sense of purpose or worth or value or whatever. And the reality is sometimes those good things, quote unquote, are actually compromises, and you can do better. And then those good things keep you from great things because you're afraid to take more risks, because you're afraid to do things on your own. Listen, I'll say this: being an entrepreneur or doing things on your own, it can be very lonely. The amount of times I've gotten rejected on sales calls or with this other business, going up and approaching people in person and getting rejected in sales, it can be lonely. Okay. But the fact of the matter is if you know and you believe in a product that you're delivering, or if you know and you believe the purpose you have, or if you know and you believe in some sort of vision you have for your life, then you know that you should not be easily swayed by quote unquote ideas. Sometimes I think ideas can be a trap. Sometimes we like the idea of an idea, right? Make things more efficient, more this or more that, or easier, more money with less work. But the reality is those ideas won't influence you at all. Those ideas won't take root at all until you put the legwork in to kind of fulfill those ideas. And if you're pursuing ideas that aren't really in line with what you're trying to accomplish, if you're putting legwork into those ideas that come floated your way half-heartedly, that don't necessarily get you to where you want to go and to the vision from which you want to accomplish within those goals, then that legwork you put in for those quote unquote ideas are actually a net negative. And they are, I'm not going to say they're going to be detrimental to your success, but straying too much, putting effort in the wrong directions, you only have so much energy. You only have so much bandwidth, okay? The more energy and bandwidth you put into things that aren't positive results, aren't a net positive, and outcomes aren't really going the right direction, the less energy you're going to have in the long run. And it's just more wasted time, it's more wasted effort, or possibly even money. And I will say that plenty of bad directions or plenty of bad turns can be detrimental. I don't necessarily I'm not going to say I don't believe there's any circumstances in business where it is not recoverable. But there's a lot of circumstances in business and personal development that are recoverable. Okay. But are you really thriving if you're constantly spending time doing damage control? Are you really thriving if you're constantly going, oh, I tried this and that didn't work. Well, I tried this and it didn't work. I'm not saying this to prevent from people from trying new things. I am saying this to take some time right now, today. Take some time at the beginning of a process. Take some time at the beginning of beginning a journey, and throughout the processes and journeys and etc. to pray, meditate, envision, write things down, to take time to gain the confidence in your vision. Okay? Write things down. Pray about it. That's what I do. As I pray about a lot of things, and that's where a lot of my confidence comes in, from trusting in God in certain circumstances in my life. And so because I've trusted in the process and I've trusted God to deliver me through a journey, then I can be confident in the vision that I have. And does my vision for certain things change? I would say they more evolve, because sometimes when you become better at something, when you become more educated, when you get more practice in something, I will say that it evolves, and usually it evolves into a bigger thing than I could even imagine. I know that this episode is kind of all over the place. I just wanted to hop on here and just talk about being confident in your purpose, or staying confident in your journey, okay? And don't let like ideas seep in. Don't let the good things keep you from great things, okay? So stay the course. I think that's gonna be the title of the episode. Yeah, stay the course, okay? Or maybe be confident or something. Don't be sweet. I don't know, whatever. But hey, listen, I really appreciate you guys listening. If you've liked the episode at all, make sure to share with your friends. I do not pay for advertisements. It actually costs me money to do the show, but I do the show for free. Okay. Technically, it does cost me money, but it's free for you to listen. Okay. So the only thing I want in return is for you to tell your friends. Share it on Instagram. Share it on Facebook. Send the links out. Okay. Thank you so much to the people that have listened. We're at almost 50 followers on Spotify. The number keeps growing every time I log into it, and that's amazing. And if you haven't already, make sure to rate 5 stars on Spotify and hit that follow button. Okay. And that's all I got. I appreciate you guys listening. Tell your friends. All right. Bye.